Coming up next, new release radar. Going to introduce you to 5 perfumes that are either brand new or brand new in the States. Something that a lot of you may have heard about, but maybe not tried. Going to give you a quick introduction here from Osme Perfumery, coming up next. Welcome back, everybody, to JoelTheNose here at Osme Perfumery. Today's video is kind of just a little bit different take on new releases. I often do videos talking about what's new here at Osme or new out into the marketplace, and this is what I'm going to call a new release radar, right? Obviously, we've heard that term before. I'm going to introduce you to 5 new fragrances that are new to me, and a lot of them are either brand new or new here to the United States. You know, what happens a lot is fragrances a lot of times initially get released in Europe first, or maybe Asia or somewhere another part of the world, and then they come to the United States. So other times they get released first here, although that's a little bit more rare. And I have a fragrance today where that happens, so stay tuned as you learn more. Let's go right into the first fragrance from Stephane Humbert Lucas. All of you have heard me talk recently about God of Fire, which is totally on fire. We were just talking about it now here at Osme. Every time someone comes in here, there were 3 police officers who just came in. All of them bought God on Fire. Someone just called in on the phone, and as I got here, Maurice was telling me, is an ex-NFL football player out in Colorado. Said that he was watching my video, just ordered 2 of those. So anyways, whole other story. But this one is what I want to introduce you to, is called Mango Kiss. So this is, again, cool bottle, gold bottle you can see there. What they've done here, I think, is they are smart and they're capitalizing on that mango note, which is so present in God of Fire, and they're taking this and they are, of course, tweaking it, giving it a different vibe, not that same totally fruity vibe of course, of the fire. I call it, we're actually trying to think of a nickname for God of Fire, but anyways, this one is, I'm sure, going to be very popular too, especially if you cannot get your hands on that fiery fragrance that we're all talking about. This one has that mango note right at the top, which is very reminiscent, again, of that kind of fruity, sweet smell that seems to be very addictive. It's hard to explain, but very addictive for most people, so check that out. Next, we're going to go to the house, British house, Ormond Jane. This is Catch 22. This is a brand new fragrance release, and this, when you see this video, we would have already done a master class with Linda Pilkington from Ormond Jane coming here at Osme. It's actually on, well, doesn't matter, because when you watch this video, it will have just happened, and I'll give you some more information on that cool masterclass. This is her newest release. She's talking about this at her masterclass. Again, this is a very good, fresh, lemony, citrusy fragrance that I believe there's a touch of oud in here. I'm not positive. But Ormond Jane, if you like fragrances that kind of give you that really classic gentleman's British fragrance, really good for just this fragrance, really good for the weather where it's either warm or getting cooler, or you maybe want to put on a fresh, clean suit, or maybe a sweater or a jacket. This is a great fragrance for that. Next, this is from Arquiste, and this is Indigo Smoke. Indigo Smoke, wow. Arquiste always finds a way to blow me away, and this one, they've done it again. The last fragrance that they released, which was Peau, which is, of course, skin in French, I bought, like, literally upon first smelling. Indigo Smoke is in that same category. This is going to be a very quick buy and purchase for me into my personal collection. It is think of it as a smoky tea fragrance. It has that lapsang tea in it. It's smoky. It's kind of gives it that little bit of a monastery feel, which if you read the backstory, the fragrance is kind of based on monks leaving a monastery. Ooh, sultry, sexy, smooth, very well blended, classic Arquiste artistry in this fragrance. It's going to be a must for anyone who likes tea fragrances or who likes that kind of smoky vibe. Now we're coming down to the last two, and these are both from the house of Roja Dove. And the first one we have here is Oligarch. Oligarch, you may say, wait, this isn't new. Well, yes, the original version, which was an eau de parfum, came out maybe 2016. This was re-released. It was supposed to be re-released last year as a parfum. So this is a higher concentration. Again, very kind of actually light, smooth lemon bergamot fragrance, but it's got a lot going on in the bottom, including I think some leather and vetiver. So it gets very complex as the dry down goes along. Little backstory on Oligarch. One of the reasons why this was released last year, right before, this is the information that I'm being told, the war between Russia when they attacked Ukraine, and Oligarch obviously refers to Russian oligarchs, so there was a lot of negative press. They pulled back the release, and what they did is they basically took the shipments that they had, or they took the inventory that they had, they brought it to the United States, and they're releasing it here now rather than in Europe. So at the outset of the story or the video, I told you about how almost all fragrances get released in Europe first. Well, this technically got released. It was pulled back after the war started. Basically, everything was sent here, and it's now being really officially released in the United States now, ahead of Europe. So again, classic Roja Dove, Oligarch. And that's going to lead me to my last fragrance, also from Roja Dove. This is Manhattan. Manhattan, they love the bottle, of course. It has the iconic Empire State Building as far as the logo goes. This is another kind of fresh scent. So Roja Dove, his last few releases, meaning Oligarch and now Manhattan, has that kind of fresh vibe to it. But in fact, I'm gonna put it on my skin. I'm gonna go right on my skin here and kind of give you a first impression. It's really, I mean, Roja, it's really hard to top Roja Dove when it comes to perfume making. Even a fresh scent like this is complex, it's rich, it's spicy, it's aromatic. Sorry if I'm crunching up the microphone there. But this is, again, a fragrance was Manhattan released in Europe first, or just?
I think here in the States.
Okay, so I was just talking about Oligarch, but so this is another one that I believe was or is being released first here in the United States. Of course, being Manhattan and an ode to the Big Apple here in the United States, it makes sense that they would put it out here first. Check it out. Of course, two great Roja Dove fragrances that are out now into the marketplace here in the US. So if you've tried any of these, let me know. I want to hear your guys' opinions on what you're wearing as far as these fragrances go. Anyone that maybe you've got your nose on it. Let's get some opinions going, because these are new and they're going to be new to most people. So everyone, of course, likes to hear what people's impressions are, in addition to mine, in the comments section below. I'll be back soon with another video. We'll do some more new releases, because a lot of stuff coming out right now that's been kind of pent up during COVID and during the shipping issues over the last year. A lot of stuff now is coming into the pipeline. So I have a feeling it's going to be a great last quarter of 2022 and going into 2023 with tons of wonderful new fragrances for us to try. I'll be back soon with another video. Thanks guys for watching. Peace, love, and perfume.